Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more CNSL 5. Right now, Scan is in the round of 4 and leads this best of 7 2-0 over Beast. Kind of a crazy last game there. Game 1 and Game 2 could not have been more different, but Scan able to take both down. Now we're on Allegro. Yeah, it's a best of 7, but when you're losing 0-2, it's time to put up a map. I'm hoping that Beast can do that. Honestly, that last game, I feel like he should have won, but maybe made just like one wrong decision, like the counterattack that didn't work. It allowed Scan to really get into a good spot, and then the fire bat battle was so one-sided, right? You're losing so much at that point. And yeah, didn't work out well for Beast. So we'll see what he has planned for Scan, if anything here. Just going to stay on that 2-hatch Mutatrain or what. And while we wait for this to start, because there's no center racks or anything like that, we don't see, well, we don't see a 9 pool. I do want to thank you guys for checking out ArtosisCasts. I hope that you've enjoyed. The CNSL 5 is coming to an end. I have a ton of awesome games lined up and being played and everything that we're going to be jumping into after this. Sorry for the lack of Protoss in the last few weeks. You know, they got eliminated from this tournament quickly, and I did want to go ahead and finish it, but we are getting so close to the end now. Yeah, and we'll get back into a better balance of everything. That happens sometimes in tournaments. It just can't be helped. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please do subscribe, and if you want to support, there is a Patreon, patreon.com/Artosis. Thank you to everyone who has signed up. I really appreciate it. All right, now looking at this game, hatchery first, little drone scout going out. And we're going to have the spawning pool followed by a gas, very normal stuff. Scan over here, late on the scout, deciding to skip that scout for now. Interesting. It's very rare that you see someone skip in this matchup scouting for so long. And the reason behind that would be if a quick pool comes and you're not in position, you can just die. So, for instance, if someone goes 9 pool, right, that's a pretty standard build. Well, standard in the fact that it's done a decent amount. It's not the best opener. But if a 9 pool comes and you don't know, as Terran, the 9 pool gets there. I'm going to show you when. Ready? It gets there right about now. Okay, it's before the second Marine is at the ramp. So, you know, if a 9 pool is running up here and you have 1 Marine standing at the top of the ramp, you're in trouble. So that's why it's a little bit uncommon to see someone scout this late. Scan ran through the center there. I think he still doesn't know what position Beast is at. And even when he finds where Beast is at, like the ramp might be blocked, so he won't necessarily know that it's 2 hatchery play. Now it's Beast, so you kind of assume 2 hatchery play, but it could be 3 hatchery. You don't know. If you're playing someone like Shine, he'll use that information against you and try to kill you with it. So, some risks being taken, without a doubt. But of course, it does improve your economy as the Terran player to keep your SCVs mining, as it does with any race. So, the later scout, we'll see if it actually ends up hurting him or helping him. You know, I assume if he's going to play like that, he's just going to assume that it is all very normal stuff, right? 2 hatch before 3 minutes, layer, and into Zergling speed, which is what's happening here, and that's the most standard thing that we have in this matchup. So I think he will play to counter that, basically. This SCV looks like it should be able to get home. Marine's coming up to push back these Lings and make sure that his SCV survives. Another SCV going out to scout here as well. Back at home, Scan going for the 2 barracks play, as well as that academy. So definitely an academy rush here, where you may be able to do something such as attack towards a very fast 3rd base that's on location. We don't know if Beast is going to do that. I think he is. The build looks like it. So yeah, here comes his drone. Probably this base, but we'll see here. SCV does miss that drone leaving, so no intel in that regard. But as he pops up the ramp, nope, can't quite get up since speed is done, so he's not going to be able to check if there is a 3rd hatchery up there or not. And in fact, that is going to be where the 3rd hatch is, over here at 3 o'clock. Stim coming up. A couple medics popping out. The bunker on the way. Everything looking pretty normal, pretty good. He does have to start that eBay about now. Where is that engineering bay? Okay, looks like he's finally going to send the SCV out. And this is about as late as you can really make it without having scouted the layer timing. Because you're cross-spawn, even if it's like a one of the faster layers that you can see, like a 259 layer type of thing, then... or a 252 layer, sorry, that's about as fast as you can get with hatchery first. You're still going to be okay. You're going to have your turrets up just in the nick of time. Now, a scan just went off, sees that the spire is done, but the mutas are not, so he knows he'll be fine. Basically, the build time of a turret is the same as the travel distance from this hatchery to up here with the Mutalisks. So as long as those mutas are not popping out of the eggs as you scan, you're going to be okay. This is going to finish up. Now, a couple Lings try to run in there. Scan does block them. He's getting his SCVs in position to build these turrets right off the bat. And he's going to go to 4 barracks very, very quickly. Okay, so this is going to be a very Marine medic-heavy game. Not quick tech from Scan, but instead really making lots of Marines and medics to try to control the map a little bit earlier than you would normally see. The missile turrets, of course, still do have to be made. 3 in the natural. Very, very smart. And we're doing 1 and 1 here. He definitely needs another turret up here, probably here. Yeah, there it goes. The one thing to mention is that, yeah, this is a 4-ax, and this is a normal build. This is not like a weird build in any way. He opened with a 2-ax Academy Rush here. But the +1 is not very fast, right? So that is one thing he's going to be missing out on for the early mid-game, basically, when he's actually out with the range upgrade. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit painful. If Beast makes a ton of units, he might be able to actually kill the Marines and medics off pretty quickly. Now, the mutas dive, and actually, this is a terrible dive. The mutas weren't shooting there for a moment. I think there was a misclick where, yeah, he was not dealing full damage, but he gets on top of the barracks. This is huge. This is really, really huge. The Lings going after the missile turret and reducing that. Marines going across the map for a counterattack here, and the mutas will pull back. Honestly, like, I guess they have to because he doesn't have any sunkens on the way, and that could spell disaster. But being on top of the barracks at all is a huge victory for Zerg. Being able to kill the Marines as they pop out, like the Marines just simply cannot fight as they pop out there. Now the mutas kind of dogging where the Marines are at. Scan did turn around. Not sure if he knows about this base yet over at 3 o'clock. Lots of gas being mined. A very healthy drone count as well. 28 drones here I think is very nice. It's going to allow him to produce as many mutas as he really wants. Look at this. 11 mutas. A full group here ready to try to reduce this Marine meta count. Still +1 not done for the Marines. Whereas it's about to be done for those Mutalisks. Of course, that is huge if you're trying to play a more aggressive style with the mutas. Starts to pick off some of the Marines and medics. Let's take a look. Has Scan started his factory? He has indeed. So he is starting to tech up a little bit. That is a bit of a late factory, though. Right? So the starport is going to be quite late as well. And with the Hydralis Den just finishing, it feels like Beast. I would say Beast is pretty much in control of this game. Brings up the rest of his mutas, and he will be able to eliminate this group of Marines. But reinforcements come up, and we'll be able to push him back a bit. Still actually doing a pretty darn good job, but losing quite a few mutas as well. Ling's coming with the rest of his mutas. Looks like he actually wants to fight still. Oh my god. Beast might actually remove all of this, and in fact he will. He'll even get the medics. That's a huge kill for Beast. And you can see he goes up in supply. Now with the bunker there, does Scan die? He stims, runs back a little bit. No missile turrets to help him out against these mutas, and the Ling's doing a great job reducing that Marine count as well. Very good harassment here with these mutas. Beast really taking control here of game number 3. He knows it's really important to get a map win in this best of 7, and so far it's looking good. The game isn't over yet, but it's starting to look that way. Look at all the units coming across the map right now. Beast just throwing everything he has out there. Some Hydras being made as that lurker upgrade's almost done as well. So Scan having less and less opportunities to get anything done. Beast jumping on top of those Marines, going to eliminate just about everything. Scan going back up the ramp. The SCVs getting massacred here in the natural. Very bad damage at the moment for Scan. His SCV count falling critically. 33 is still playable. But, I mean, you have got to stop this harassment right away. Look at this. Almost no SCVs left at his natural. More Lings coming in. And, oh my god, he's even got the Hive with a Defiler mount on the way. Look at this. The natural has to lift off. Not a single science vessel on the way. It looks like he wants to go into Valkyrie, but his economy really badly hurt. Valkyries are very mineral heavy, so you really do need your natural to be able to afford them. And with this command center starting to take some massive damage as well, we are getting close to the end of this game, I think. There's so little left here for Scan, especially as the lurkers come up. If he can burrow lurkers at the bottom of the ramp, that's going to be it. Scan holding onto his ramp for now. The burning command center flying back. Double lurker. The lurker's burrowing, I think, is pretty much game, right? He doesn't even have a single scan right now. You're just not going to be able to take your natural again. Look at this, the Hydra coming up. There is this one lurker. Does he scan to get rid of it? The Valkyrie is actually doing a great job here. Okay, he scans, but there's too many Lings. He's not even going to be able to kill the Lings with the lurkers burrowing. The Valkyrie going to get picked off by the very bruised Mutas. And now we have no detection. None. No science facility, no add-on for siege tanks. It's just Marines and medics against lurkers that they cannot see leapfrogging forward. Worst case scenario right now. The Valkyrie comes out and can't even get its shots off. Beast continuing to dominate this game. Love to see him continue to just leapfrog a little bit. Just like a little centimeter, little centimeter, little centimeter. Scan is trying to keep a spread of these Marines so that when he gets a scan, he'll have some sort of shot at eliminating the lurkers. But 5 burrowed here. Look at this. The Muta's going after the fire bats there as well. A very good choice. And that's going to be a GG. Beast puts his name on the board.